So this morning's broadcast, I did it to evoke an emotional response, and that's okay, just as long as you saw what was at the bottom of the screen. We've known what's going on. Everybody has sensed what's going on. And leading up to the DNC, we've been saying, and you're just feeling there's something that's just not right. I mean, they're now right out in the open talking about communism. Right out in the open talking about communism. And there's a reason for that, okay? And you're going to understand today. But I want everybody to stop. That thing is over. They're locked in. And now we're in the final stretch. So everything that they've done is literally a mind control operation. It's a psychological operation, military style. Just to warm your brain up to what they're about to do. But that doesn't matter at all. Win or lose, they're all going to jail. They are. Win or lose on election day, the day after the election, they're going to be headed to jail. Now, what are we going to do? We're not proper authority. We don't put people in jail. We're a people. We're going to demand that every single one of them go to jail. I'm going to spend from now until election day to kill that fly. Let's bring Deb back on. I'm going to spend between now and election day. I'm going to lay out a case. You can tune into this show. I'm going to be doing two things. Now, I'm going to be also, and you heard Colonel McGregor, you heard our whole team, that this is not about Republicans and MAGA against the. No, we have our fellow Americans. They're blue dog Democrats. I don't care what anybody says. I love your family members like you do. I'm speaking in that term, like your Democrat uncle, okay? He's a union worker, and you can't even argue with him anymore about politics. It's just awful. But we need to stop that and set it aside. And what we need to do is recognize what's upon us, right? We're just going to temporarily set our politics aside. Stop the argument as to whether or not the public sector versus the private sector is the. Set all the politics aside. It's no longer a political game. We're literally in a military-styled coup d'etat. So if we were to ask all Republicans and Democrats and tell them, genuine, like down-home Americans, last night we walked down the street, right? We live in a neighborhood, very diverse. Without even knowing what that person's politics are, we stood with them side by side in a very tumultuous situation, right?
We did.
In that spirit, that's how I want to proceed forward. I don't want to know about anyone's politics because this is no longer a political game. We're literally being subjected to a military-style psyop, and I'm going to prove it to you. And it's documented. And I have scientific documentation directly from the NIH's own website, the military's own websites. They've been deploying these techniques all over the world. The Central Intelligence Agency has done that. I mean, they literally said, hey, we could save bullets if we just convince everybody to just voluntarily do stupid things and come our way. And just convince them. They've been spraying Iraqis, okay, with fun vax, right? Converting them from, conservative Republican jihadist, whatever it is, to whatever it is they want to do. They've been spraying the Iraqis, experimenting with that. Developing nanoparticulates that passes the blood-brain barrier, gets into your brain and starts screwing with your God genes, right? Shutting down that portion of your brain that should ever rely upon the good feelings of reading of the scriptures and thinking about your Lord and your King of the universe. Oh, we got to shut that down. We need you worshiping the God of the government, the environment, and the military, and compliant. And they have us literally chemically sprayed to do that. Then societally, so as not to cause a stir, let's just get everybody to just kind of agree to come this way, right? Let's just get them, because and I'll use the example, these are Nazis, okay? These are Nazis that for decades have been planning to do what they're going to do to the United States of America. Our Constitution is so strong, it took them this long to get to this point. But guess what? We're going to screw up their game. They spent decades, and in 60 days, we're going to freaking put them out like a cigarette, right? We're going to put them out like a cigarette. It's not going to be through gunfire either. going to be law and order. And imagine if I told the Democrats and Republicans, you have been subjected to a mind control technique to appeal to your subconscious mind. Like all of your thoughts politically, everything you're immersing yourself in has all been scripted to cause you to believe that you're still in a political environment, to where you don't even recognize that you've had warfare perpetrated upon your mind. If I told you that that happened to you, if you're a Republican or Democrat, and I said all you need to know that it's happening so that we can resist it, and then demand that it stops immediately. In November of 2012, the National Defense Authorization Act was passed by Barack Obama. That allowed the military to do what they just did at the DNC. So help me God. What they did, and it was very subtle in the beginning, because they said, oh, we do propaganda, they can create news stories, they can create whatever they want. They can create whatever they want. But here's the key thing. You need to know why they're creating it and the scientific methods by which they're influencing a population to go a certain way and to acquiesce to a military coup without one shot being fired. And we're right here, right now. This is not a political game. We're at war. Let me tell you what the counter is right now. We have proper leadership, and I'm going to tell you who it is. President Donald J. Trump, RFK Jr., Tulsi Gabbard, Vivek Ramaswamy, J.D. Vance, Kash Patel. I mean, the team that is on our side and the leadership that we have is, I believe, the appropriate team of people that are going to help guide us through this very, very tumultuous time. I do believe that.
What if there was a product that could help you control cravings, burn more fat, boost your metabolism, promote healthy blood glucose levels, lower inflammation, optimize insulin sensitivity, support healthy blood lipid levels, and support healthy blood pressure? Introducing Bellatrim. Bellatrim may be the most comprehensive body transformation product in the world. Weight management is more than calories in and calories out. It's about controlling appetite, having a healthier gut, supporting insulin function, stimulating fat-burning metabolism, and promoting healthy blood lipids and blood pressure. A proprietary blend backed by 6 clinical studies. Control cravings. Burn more fat. Bellatrim, powered by nature. Backed by science.
Sign up for monthly AutoShip and get a big discount. Visit pete.bellagraceglobal.com today. That's pete.bellagraceglobal.com. Today!